Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black.
Constantin, is this your blood? Constantin, answer me. Constantin, stay with me, Constantin. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, Constantin.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so... Cousin, I don't want...
Constantin, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago, and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat, and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
Your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantin. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is... What's going on? Is there something wrong? Coin guards!
The time has come.
Ah! But... what is this?
Ready arms.
Kurt, what are you doing?
Aim!
Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
fight with honor.
On guard. I said draw! Wait!
Speak. Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. So naive. All the governors will suffer the same attacks if they haven't already. Your problems are far from over, Greenblood. The commander is there on the docks with all his lieutenants. I failed, but they will certainly succeed. Here, or elsewhere on the island. Not every governor has a cousin that I trained personally for combat.
Thank you. You saved us all.
The nerve of them. What else was there to expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries? All that liberty, so close to power, it went to their heads. It would have happened sooner or later. They could have been preparing this sort of coup for years.
Without wanting to rush you, bantering about the dangers of according one's trust to a sellsword is appropriate, but...
You're right. It's time for action. We need to get you somewhere safe, Constantin.
Those are my advisors that you must protect. Me, I want
To join in. Look at your condition. It's out of the question. We are taking you somewhere safe.
As you've left me no choice. There is a hiding place in the cellar.
We will take care of your advisors after that.
And we should make these conger eels pay for their treachery.
And attempt to stop the coups in other cities.
Then we have no time to lose. Let us be gone.
These traitors will not be shaken by Kurt's death for very long. They are most likely gathering as we speak to prevent us from accessing the cellar.
Stay behind us, Constantin. You're in no condition to fight. We must hurry before the guard can act.
Take a potion! Protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Lord Minister!
Friendly faces, finally. What a relief. I was in this room when I heard sounds of battle. Fearing for my life, I hid myself in here. But what is going on? What madness has befallen the palace?
It's a coup d'etat. The Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The Guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you. May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantin, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantin. Someone sick who is dear to me, and the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You are dear to me as well.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Locked.
Me in this battle! Shadow engulf our enemies!
A man of ink and quill.
Locked.
Protect me!
Lord de Cosillon!
De Sade, you've come at a serendipitous moment. I thought my hour had come. What's happening?
A coup d'etat, Professor. The Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all of this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
You are safe here. You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace.
May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Protect me in this
Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantin and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place where we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
If I remember correctly, Torsten's quarters are in the right wing.
It will probably be very well guarded. And if we make too much noise, he could run away.
You're not wrong. If we're to stop him, we'd better be discreet.
I'm almost positive that there's a passage leading to the barracks in the tavern. May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
closer, good people. The cure is right.
Wait a minute. What's that savage doing here? What do you think you're doing? Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! The magic is running out! Take a potion!
No magic left. Drink a potion. Don't do it.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But what is this? Soldiers, ready weapons! May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
No one. I hoped he would be here.
We should take a look at these papers. There's bound to be some useful information there.
The traitor had a contingency plan. He must be boarding a ship to another city as we speak. According to these papers, Torsten was counting on some other officers to lead the attack. We must stop them too.
And we must hurry. If we take too much time, they'll probably run away and set their sights on another city. I dare not imagine what would happen if they took control of San Matheus.
Let's not waste any time. We will try to catch them at the port.
It's so sad, knowing that Kurt sacrificed his life for a commander who didn't even trust him.
I should probably have taken more heed of him. He was my master and my friend, and I did not listen. What a waste.
Too late. The coward has escaped. It's not over. We need to warn our allies.
I beg you, my child. We cannot let San Matheus fall into the hands of these traitors. What spiritual force will remain then to face the evil of this island and the deceit of the Alliance?
Of course. Without your village, the island will fall. Mother Sanaig.
Very well. Let's go to San Matheus.
Beg your pardon, Excellency. The city is encircled for their protection. No one can enter. We shall make no exception.
For their protection? Traitor, you have some nerve.
Warn the guard!
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a paper!
Treat me this way. Incredible!
What's the matter? What just happened to you?
Ah, sir. Those guards. Can you believe those ruffians threw us out? For needs of security, they said. Can you imagine that? As if I could ever be a source of danger. I've served Her Eminence for 8 years, and no one has ever complained of the quality of my service.
My daughter, gather your wits together. There is no cause to lose your nerve.
Father Petrus, it is you. You are right. Forgive me. Do you know why they are behaving in this way?
These soldiers are making ready to attack the Mother Cardinal. They shut the palace, you say?
By the Enlightened. Yes, yes, all is locked and barred.
But you have the key to the service entry, don't you?
Yes, of course. But there are a great many of them inside, Father. Oh, St. Matheus, protect us.
Pray for us, my daughter, and give us your key. We shall take care of the rest. Curses. I did not think there would be so many guards. Careful, my child. You need healing.
Show you
May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
I'm wounded, I need help. No magic yet.
We're inside. Now we must hurry and find Cornelia. May the Enlightened keep her in his divine blessing.
Protect me in this battle. Shadow engulf our enemy. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Come with us, milady. All resistance is futile.
May the light guide my hand!
Catch her! You won't be going any further, Governor.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I'm wounded, I need help.
Thank you for your help. The Enlightened have heard my prayers. Too late for my retinue, alas, but my counselors are without doubt still alive. These soldiers said that they were holding them on the second floor. Might I once again call upon your help? Free them, please, but do be prudent. The palace is undoubtedly still slithering with traitors. Be discreet. The slightest sign of foul play could push them to kill their hostages.
Do not fret. I will handle this.
May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your a potion. Protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! Magic is running out. Take a potion. Protect me in this battle! Your magic is running out! Take a potion!
You've no magic here!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
I think they were the last. The palace is liberated.
Ah, Your Excellency. I am happy to see that you are alive. Is the danger past?
Yes. The last traitors that took the palace have fallen. You have nothing more to fear.
I am infinitely grateful to you for your help. I have received reports that the fighting in the city has also ceased. The seditious faction of the Coin Guard have been arrested by a contingent of their brothers in arms. They were firm believers and refused to participate in this infamy. I also learned that Hikmet has fallen. The Bridge Alliance lost its city to the Traitors. I can't really say that I regret it. The Bridge Alliance being our enemies, I would have preferred that these brutes had failed and that their commander pay for these crimes. Without your providential rescue, we would have suffered the same fate. I shall never forget what you have done for this city and for me. May the Illuminated bless you. Please, give your cousin these same words of gratitude and the assurance that more than ever, we are allies.
I shall not fail to do so. Goodbye, Your Eminence.
All of our products are a blessing.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantin, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
Yes. I thought you might want to know more concerning the, events that have taken place.
The attempted coup d'etat of the Traitors. Yes, I am eager to hear what has transpired within these very walls. When I think of the cold-blooded face of that treacherous Kurt. You showed exemplary true courage. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
And saved our city and our mother Cardinal. An immense service that we shall never forget. She has asked me to relay to you her most profound gratitude.
To me? How very nice of her. I imagine that you know that Hikmet had less luck. She flies the banners of the Coin Guard as we speak. Most of the scholars were massacred, but their governor has sought refuge here. This treacherous commander must be celebrating at least his partial success. But his victory will be for a short time. He must be stupid to have thought that the nations of the continents will let him trade with them and won't cut him off. I wish him luck in finding a port that will welcome him, and you were able to catch his lieutenants. The squires will pay for the crimes of their masters, as happens too often.
It is hard to swallow that Kurt betrayed us. We've known him for such a long time. To think that he trained both of us, drumming into us, fight with honor. How tragically ironic.
You were able to turn that to our advantage. That little phrase is what saved our lives. As to why he betrayed us, he has taken that with him to the tomb. Fortunately, the entire Guard did not follow his example. Many have remained loyal.
What do you plan on doing to them? How can we give them our complete trust?
We cannot. But we cannot do without soldiers either. We shall have them pledge allegiance to the Congregation of Merchants, and I shall name a trustworthy intendant to keep them in line. Nothing more can be done. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I'm always suffering, cousin. I'm in such terrible pain and we're yet to discover a cure. Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Matheus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
If I may, Your Highness, we have the best physicians in the world. It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Telemea pray for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.